Let's hope our lighting is up. All right, and it is morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Great goodies, first one in. Thank you for being here. Shout out to every single clean hearted, good hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. Shout out to the drivers. Shout out to the retirees. Shout out to everybody up this morning and out getting ready to go get it. All right. Good morning. I must warn you. I must warn you this morning that ignorance is probably going to be in abundance this morning because every time I call a certain person's name, they come out the woodworks. But that's just how it goes. Right. Big up to everybody who's in here this morning, and especially big up to my people from Barbados. The Bayesian them getting on with things. Mm-hmm. So let me give some shout outs this morning and then we get into our topic. So we have two topics this morning. One of the topic is going to be Vybz Kartel and the phone evidence in the Clansman Gang trial. There were three phones, and the three phones have secret recordings on all three. All three phones have been turned over to law enforcement agencies and verified and has now been admitted by a judge into the trial as credible evidence. So when I talk about that, when left Cartel up on the phone, remember the accusation that was made against Cartel by one of these people that are testifying? He said, Cartel tell me that on the phone personally are the three murders. All right. But before we get into all that, we're going to talk about Barbados and their big moves that they're making. So Barbados removes the Queen as head of state and names Rhianna as a national hero. We're going to talk about that. Let me get back to the top of this thread this morning and big up some people that are here, and then we're going to get started with the thing. So great goodies, first one in this morning. Great goodies, big up yourself. Jeff Shelley is here, big up yourself. I'ma Inspire is here. King Biggs, one in fam. Craig Bailey is here. Swag Boss 1D or Swag Boss 810 is here. Auda Marie Chizzy, the gamer is here. Kareem, not Karen, is here. Kareen, not Karen, is here. All right, Kareen is here. Darlene Walter Riley is here. Good morning, Darlene. Lenora Todd is here. Christopher Vibes Rum is here. Marie Murray is here. Stacy Ann Williams. Patrina Maiton. Gaza Ricardo. Caribbean Queen is in the building. TB Ford is in the building this morning. And Morning Star is in the building this morning. Morning Star 780, big up yourself. McCoy is in the building this morning. Claudia Ferguson is here. SXM721 is here. Now big up two more people and we get started. All right. I can't call for your name. Let me pick two names to big up. Wayne Nathan is in the building this morning. Mr. Article Dan is in the building this morning. And Faithia Griffiths is in the building this morning. All right, here we go. Let's talk about big up yourself, Jet Shelley. I appreciate you greatly. Thank you so much. Who else? There's one more. Black Queen. Black Queen says you are amazing. Black Queen, so are you. I appreciate you greatly. Thank you so much. All right, let's get into these topics this morning. We only have two, but I promise you they're going to be festive. So first, let's talk about Barbados. Barbados removing the Queen as their head of state. And at the same ceremony, naming Rhianna as a national hero. You know, when I saw that, I thought of Jamaica. And I did some comparing and contrasting. And it's not, it's something that Jamaicans want because there are a lot of Jamaicans that are not blind that now sees fully that Jamaica is really not independent per se. They wish Jamaica would take this kind of a move. So big up to Barbados for stepping out. Don't care what nobody says. I'm going to read to you two pieces of literature to give you a brighter understanding of what this means for Barbados, what this would mean for Jamaica. What position does the Queen really play as head of state of Jamaica or of Barbados or of any country she's the head of state of? Because enough people don't know them things there. They just think, whether she stay or not, she don't do anything anyways. I've heard people say that. It doesn't mean anything anyways. And it does. It means a lot. All right. So we're going to talk about all these things this morning. Did you know that Rhianna is the second woman to be declared a hero in Barbados? We have one. We have Nanny of the Maroons. One. They had one also until now. Now they have two. Rhianna now carries the title, the Right Honorable. So she will be referred to as the Right Honorable Robin Rhianna Fenty, or Rhianna Robin Fenty, however way that goes, her name. The Right Honorable. Rotted. And I also discovered that Barbados gained their independence in 1966. And Jamaica gained their independence in 1962. So we gained independence about 4 years before Barbados did. The proverbial independence, right? Until Mia Motley came along for Barbados, and Mia Motley said, big up to Mia Motley, that woman is brilliant. She said she is brilliant. She is strong. She is fierce. I don't know if you ever seen her answer questions from certain journalists that are considered to be top tier, elite foreign journalists from places like the UK and the US. And she really dressed them, undressed them, dressed them back, and put them in them place. Every interview I've watched with her so far, she has a way of doing it without coming off as aggressive. Because already on the record, if you're a black man or a black woman, you do one of those interviews, the minute you raise your voice over a certain something, here is that aggressive black man, or this aggressive black, the angry black man, or the aggressive black woman is the title. They haven't been able to give her that title. Them just have to sit down and take our beatings. So she did for Barbados what Portia Simpson Miller tried to do for Jamaica. Suggested that it be done. They demonized Portia when she tried to do it. Even the Queen refused to meet her when she tried to do it, right? Portia said it's full time that we remove the Queen as our head of state and become a republic, independent, truly independent. The rest of the leaders in Jamaica from both sides of these two parties said, no, don't do it. We can't do it. They weren't riding with her. They threw Portia under the bus. They started a smear campaign against Portia. Is she educated enough? Where did she graduate from? What was her degree in? She is the least educated that has ever sat in a position of prime minister for this country. Blah, blah. They beat her, right? When she tried to do that, the whole smear campaign. But that's where Jamaica would be truly independent at, if they did that. Now, in saying all that, shout out to Barbados for that. I have to talk about Rhianna's her outfit. I know I took it serious to being trivial, but it's still serious. Her outfit that she had on, y'all saw the ceremony. Did y'all see the ceremony when she was officially removing the Queen, saying goodbye to the Queen? I believe Prince Charles was there. One of them was there. The one of them kind of look alike to me, the older ones, but I think Prince Charles was there to bid the farewell and sign off on the documents and thing, saying that we are no longer your head of state. We've been kicked out the door and we bow out gracefully and that kind of stuff. All the formal stuff. Did you see Rihanna's outfit though? That's what I was talking about. Now, Riri could have said, right? She could have said, all right, I know my nipples are going to be poking out a little bit in this sheer, silky looking satin thing that I'm wearing, but y'all a bad girl, see? And I'm not letting anybody define me, right? And I'm not going with the, you must wear this and you must look like that. I am Rhianna. So I'm going to step out in all my woman power. And she did. She didn't cover up the nipples. I don't know if guys know it. If you watch your woman get dressed, you would know. There's this silicone patch thing that they can put over their that area of the body if they're wearing an outfit where she's like, I don't want bra strap showing in the back. Not true, ladies. I don't want bra strap showing in the back and all that. So I'm gonna just cover the nipples and that part of the breast and then put on the outfit. So the outfit would look like you don't see, like, damn, you could cut glass with those. Is it freezing in here? You're not get that kind of effect there because she's not trying to draw that much attention to herself. Well, Rhianna didn't care. Rhianna stepped out, and I'm watching the thing, and I'm like, interesting. This is interesting because with her, the breast them firm enough, and watch her breast jumps up, and all you could see is them two nipples. I don't know if anybody probably said, "Ree, do you really think?" I could imagine Miss Mia Motley saying, do you really think that's the best choice to wear? Or probably Rhianna so powerful they don't even say anything to her. You know, in the Caribbean, money talks and status talk. See, and in their papers, they labeled her as Rhianna, the billionaire, entrepreneur, mega star, something, has now been appointed national hero. But to how they put the billionaire and entrepreneur, all that, that's Caribbean for you. It's just like when any crime happened or anything, they said, business manager, business owner, so and so, owner of this and that was involved in so and so. And then if you're a laborer or you're a construction worker, them a construction worker, SouFLoTV lived at so and so address in Crescent Lane, and he was a laborer, construction worker. So your status is basically your job, your career field, your income level. That's your status within Caribbean culture. That's just how it is. Don't ask me why. We all know why, but that's how it is. But so they probably couldn't say much to her. Cause big bad billionaire in not in Barbados money, big bad billionaire in pounds, in US dollars, entrepreneur, superstar, beyond all this. She's stepping at the places like, let her wear what she wants to wear. The world will watch and marvel. And we did. We were watching and marveling. Any man tell you never watch and marvel, I lie my tell. Right? We were watching and marveling. Somebody says roving eyes. I've always thought that my wife looked a bit like Rhianna, so I have my own Rhianna. But neither here nor there. I was just bigging up the outfit because the outfit was on point. The essential list of your socioeconomic status. Yes, Barbados has have two living national heroes, both women who are both living. Salute. And for us, Jamaica, we don't want no more heroes except for the ones that we have on the wall already. And we don't want to crown anybody as king or queen when they're alive. We will wait till they're dead. Then we will celebrate them, right? Because that's just how we do. We big up people when they're dead, but when they're alive, we treat them like garbage and pray that they die sometime soon. And then when they're dead, we jump on the bandwagon and we celebrate them. And we call them heroes, just like Bob Marley. Bob Marley wasn't no hero when he was coming up in Jamaica. He was the dirty Rasta boy, ganja smoking excrement of society, foolishness him talking kind of something. That's how he was treated by the masses, really, especially those who are, considered to be of the upper echelon. That's how he was treated. That's how he was viewed as. After Bob Marley's passing and his music grew and his brand grew and the world gravitated more towards Bob and his message, then he became the symbol, a global symbol of one love. And then Jamaica own him up and use him. He can be the voice for our thriving economy, our thriving tourist economy. Since so many people like him out there, just let's keep reminding them that this is where he's from, so now they can come and see where he's from and enjoy some of the life that he lived on this island, some authenticity. That's them rebrand him and sell him to the world, right? When they had something to gain from it. So it's the same thing. We're not looking for nobody. We're not celebrating nobody. We're not putting no king, no crown on no heads while people are alive. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Who do we have that we have crowned a national hero alive? Nobody. I'll wait. Somebody says my camera is messing up. I don't know. It's not, I can't see it. Is my camera messing up? Others? Everybody else? Just give me a quick yes or no, because it looks clear to me. It looks clear to me, and yes, it is. It's messing up. Yes. I don't know. Blurry. I can't. I don't know. I'm not seeing it though on my side. Not seeing it on my side. I can't fix what I can't see. My apologies. What trending? JA says it Liam bad. Oh, my tea was causing it. The tea is. Look like I'm using a banger. Yeah, showing very blurry. Still, freaking girl get big position. Freaky girl get big position. Big nitty. Why don't I call girl freaky girl when woman decides to step out and exercise their woman powers? Then them a freaky girl. I'm not freaky man in a position of power a long time, and endorse everything that is freaky as long as it's not a woman that is spearheading it. But as soon as a woman say anything or look anyway, then she a freaky girl. You hear about freaky girl get big positions. Okay. She's a freaky girl, billionaire though. Not to watch other people's life, Papa. Watch your life and your status. I don't really want no calls yet, because I have something on this phone that I have to read. However, if this person continues to call, I'm gonna have to answer, because I'm not like turn of people. All right, so let's get into the reading of these things. So, for one thing, they tried to sabotage. Barbados. In the UK, they started a smear campaign, and I don't know if you know about it. And China was involved. But for those of you who don't know how this whole monarchy thing works and how the Queen of England is the head of state, and why is Jamaica's ultimate court, which is the Privy Council located in the UK, how come Jamaica doesn't have its own ultimate court where they make their ultimate decision and it stays there? Some people say that's a good thing, some say that's a bad thing. Checks and balances. Somebody is there to check and balance, right? All right, thank you, fam. I don't know what that is. We woke up to a cold morning in Florida. Sometimes even our electronics here act up because we're not used to them kind of cold here, especially when a few hours ago it was almost beach weather. So bear with me with the technicalities. If it's not that bad where you can't see me at all or anything, then please tell me, all right? Alert me. So, the monarchy of Jamaica is a constitutional system of government in which listen, this won't take long. I promise you, this will take less than a minute, or maybe. So, the monarchy of Jamaica is a constitutional system of government in which a hereditary monarch is the sovereign and head of state of Jamaica. The terms crown in right of Jamaica, Her Majesty in right of Jamaica, or the Queen in right of Jamaica may also be used to refer to the entire executive of the government of Jamaica. Though the Jamaican crown has its roots in the British crown, it has evolved to become a distinctly Jamaican institution represented by its own unique symbols. Okay, symbols is all we got. The present monarch is Queen Elizabeth II, officially titled Queen of Jamaica. So how come she a Queen of Jamaica and them deport so many Jamaicans from the UK? But anyway, Queen of Jamaica, who has reigned since the 6th of August 1962. Jamaica gained independence in 1962. She and other members of the royal family undertake various public and private functions across Jamaica and on behalf of the country abroad. However, the Queen is the only member of the royal family with any constitutional role. That means she has constitutional role. She is the only member of the royal family that has such a role, any constitutional role, holding ultimate executive authority through her royal prerogative, remains bound by laws and enacted by her in Parliament and by conventions and precedents, leaving the day-to-day exercise of executive powers to her cabinet. Now, while several powers are the sovereign's alone, most of the royal, constitutional, and ceremonial duties in Jamaica are carried out by the Queen's representative, the Governor General. While several British kings ruled over Jamaica before independence, none held the specific separate title King of Jamaica, but she is Queen of Jamaica. Elizabeth II, besides reigning in Jamaica separately, serves as a monarch for each of 14 other Commonwealth realms, and this develops from the former colonial relationship of these countries to Britain. Now independent, each realm of the Commonwealth is legally distinct. We're going to leave it there. So just to give you an idea of what she is, her role is as who she is, and how deep it goes. Some people think she is there and she does nothing, or she represents nothing. Lie tell. That's a whole lot. All right. How does philanthropic activities of Riri in Barbados outdo those of Sir Williams, who recently died and is single-handedly almost responsible for a majority of the physical infrastructure development? We're going to get into that, but this is not to compare Rhianna to. Why do we have to compare her to anybody? She got what she got and just accepted as she got what she got. And why do we have to go now and say this other person deserves it more? How about this other person deserves it too? Or this other person deserves it? And then start a petition and these kind of things to make sure that that person gets that if you feel that they deserve that title. But don't start with the how them is she, what she do to deserve that, and without doing your research. You know what I'm saying? She does a lot for Barbados. Rhianna could be anywhere else in the world, but of course she's always been closely connected to Barbados. And you see, when them call and say, yo, we're removing the queen, head of state, you have the ceremony going on and you are part of it, and you will be enshrined as a national hero, etc., etc. She say, yeah, I'm gonna pick out my best Fenty dress. I don't know who made her dress. I'm just saying Fenty because that's her brand. I'm gonna pick out my best Fenty dress. I'm gonna make it gold, and the queen will be there. And she was there in all her glory. That's big her up. We have this thing where we can't give accolades when people are alive. We can't give them big ups while they're alive. Or if we do, it has to be like a minimal big up. Yeah, but somebody else did deserve it more than that too. Or something like that. You know, we wait till people die, then we walk around and talk about, man, look at the work she was doing. Look at all the stuff she accomplished. Look at the this and the that. You know, I think she should be a national hero. Dead, gone. Big up, big up the people that while they're alive. There's nothing wrong with it. Why have we taken on this death culture? Right? She's a humanitarian. She's many things. She's a living, shining example and inspiration to other little girls like her in Barbados and around the world, especially little Caribbean black girls. She come from a Caribbean island like myself. She have an accent when she talks. She don't really hide who she is. She's very talented. She is very, you know what I'm saying? She carry herself in a certain manner. She gets her business done. and she is about productivity and progress and moving herself and her people forward. That's accolades right there. That's earned. That's by how she lives. You know, nobody never met that up and said she did all these things and we can't prove it. She's done it all in front of us. So these little girls are very inspired by her. Why do you think they follow her? Right? They don't follow her like me because Mr. Two Nipple in her dress. They, they follow her because she is inspiring to them. A lot of them right now are inspiring to be half of what she is. And that's a good thing, right? All right, so listen to this part real quick. Another piece of reading, and then we get on to some talking. So, Barbados moves to drop the Queen of Head of State is being driven by Chinese interference, claims the MP. Now, this is straight out of the Daily Mail out of the UK, right? Just to give you an idea of the kind of propaganda they started trying to spread when Barbados said, we're going to remove, or we think we should. Mia Motley said, I think it's full time. History has run its course. I think now is a great time in history to go ahead and do that complete cut, right? That complete separation. They started the smear campaign over in the UK, and it involves China. And it says, pressure from China, this is British tabloid I'm reading, pressure from China is driving the campaign for Barbados to become a republic, a conservative MP has claimed. I'm not gonna call him name because his name too long and it's funny, and I don't feel like breaking down phonics this morning. Chairman of the Foreign Affairs Committee said that Beijing was playing a large role in the island nation's decision to remove the Queen as head of state. Barbados signed on to China's quote-unquote Belt and Road, is what the program is called, initiative in 2019, opening up trade between the two countries. Meanwhile, CIA, you know me not like call them people that three-letter word name. CIA intelligence in the US about Chinese activities in Barbados has now reportedly been shared with Britain. China has been using infrastructure investments and debt diplomacy as a means of control for a while, and it's becoming closer and closer to home for us, he said. British partners have long faced challenges from rivals seeking to undermine our alliance. The language in this article was harsh. British partners have long faced challenges from rivals seeking to undermine our alliance. Today, we're seeing it in the Caribbean. Some islands seem to be close to swapping a symbolic queen in Windsor for a real and demanding emperor in Beijing. China has poured billions of dollars of investment into the Caribbean in recent years while signing tax and trade deals in an attempt to wrest the region out of the West sphere of influence and bring it under the sway of Beijing. The Chinese government has invested at least $7 billion in 6 Caribbean nations since 2005. Records compiled by the American Enterprise Institute shows building roads and ports and 5-star Baha Mar casino and resorts in the Bahamas. However, the true scale of Chinese investment in the region, which can often be opaque and funneled through private companies, is thought to be much higher than that 7 billion. Meanwhile, so they're saying China invests a whole heap of money, but them can't track all the money. That's why they said it could be opaque and usually could be funneled through private companies and so on and so forth. And they think that the number is much higher. Meanwhile, 8 countries have signed on to Beijing's Belt and Road initiative, including Jamaica, Barbados, and Trinidad and Tobago. Now, you know, agreements have been signed, placed to deepen trade ties along with building bridges, airports, and improving energy and telecommunication networks, building up the infrastructure of the country. And China has been particularly generous with nations that have agreed to cut relations with Taiwan, a country in the East China Sea, which Beijing claims as a province and recognizes the Communist Party as the supreme authority. I can go on and on, but I will tell you all to go read this article for yourself because it goes into 2005. China rewarded Grenada. Big up the Grenada and people them. China rewarded Grenada, which has an annual GDP of just 1.8 billion. China rewarded them with a new $55 million cricket stadium after it cut relationships with Taiwan. Similarly, in 2018, the Dominican Republic was lavished with Chinese investments, though to have topped $3 billion as it also cut ties with the same entities. And you can go on and read more and more. Basically, England was saying that China is playing a heavy hand in the Caribbean, and that's the reason why. So China must be saying to Barbados, cut the queen. You cut the queen, you sign on to our Belt and Road initiatives, and we will give you grand gifts and work with you to improve your country's infrastructure, build bridges and hospitals and buildings and this and that and the other and the road and all these things. Give you all the things that you need, basically, right? But their biggest concern is that we're swapping the Queen of Windsor for a dictatorial empire in Beijing, bringing the West under Chinese influence. That's their main concern. Either way, there are lots of people in the Caribbean there's lots of people in Jamaica right now who have said this is the move, and this is the move that Jamaica should make also. I don't know. I'll be on the fence about this one because I was looking up or trying to find what are the true benefits of keeping versus removing Queen as head of state, and then it leaves you to stand independently with no checks and balances. But if you keep her, you're still under some kind of dictatorial rule. Because I remember now, after reading how it actually works, I notice every time there is something big going on, the Prime Minister of Jamaica always says, I asked or requested from the Governor General and he approved. The Governor General represents the Queen. So he's there to fulfill her way of doing things. Basically, he is overseeing everything that's going on, right? So when the Prime Minister comes and says, state of emergency, I have reached out to the Governor General, I have requested permission. It makes me kind of stop and say, okay, you are the Prime Minister, but you have to go to a Governor General for permission. That Governor General is not independent. The Governor General represents the monarchy in England, the Queen. So in essence, you have to go to the Queen for permission as the Prime Minister of Jamaica. So them kind of thing there. I'm just doing mathematics. I'm just trying to see like what the benefits are versus, pros and cons of this all. Sometimes I play a fool for catch wise and them kind of thing. There, some of granny them teach me, but so I go. So what is your thoughts on this? What is your thoughts on this? Eric Brown says, I believe that we should watch the Chinese. But what has England and America done for the Caribbean? Nothing. Get rid of the Queen, the slave master. And that is a lot of people. That's what's on a lot of people's mind. That same sentiment right there by Eric Brown, right? Let me read up some comments real quick and get the audience involved. Because this is really a deep topic. Big up to Rhianna again. National hero must now be referred to as by the right honorable. Me granny. Boy, somebody said freaky girl. Yo, Jamaica, Caribbean people are not different. I don't know, not like. Not different. No disrespect still enough, but free. Anyhow, Ashani to the World says, remember during World War I and II, when Britain was in combat, they drafted troops from all over their empire and places that they ruled, including Jamaica and other Caribbean islands. Yes, including Jamaica, you said though. That's why JDF swear to serve the Queen. Food Explorer says the Prime Minister of Jamaica should appoint Spice as the new heroine of Jamaica since Barbados has named Rhianna as a hero. I know you're trying to be sarcastic, but at the same time, there is some seriousness to that. Jamaica wants to save face too much, so they would never put Spice as skin out me boom boom. Anybody that's a wine and a boom boom boom. She would never get a hero, not in Jamaica. All right, not in Jamaica. And just the same way how Jamaica has not cut ties with the Queen and Barbados has, is the same way Jamaica has its own way of doing things, and you know. So me no think that you just one big joke this morning. yo, Jamaica is not financially stable. Rising Phoenix. Yeah, we know that. We know that for sure. Jamaica is not financially stable because we know where all the money is going. That's why. If they put honest people in positions of power there, Jamaica could get financially stable. But like we've said before, I think it's all by design. I don't think they want Jamaica to be financially stable. It's like a person that will pay you to work for them, but they'll pay you at a certain wage where you will never be able to come buy this company from me, working for me. You know what I'm saying? That kind of sentiment. All right. Black Queen says the UK is fear mongering. Start spreading beer propaganda. The black countries could stop giving the resources of the land to non-black countries. Mm, that's very. But the sad thing is, when the black countries have control of their resources, they don't use it for the betterment of the country. For instance, if they hit a gold mine in Jamaica, right? I feel like every Jamaican should benefit from it. If they hit a gold mine in Jamaica, a couple of politicians are going to benefit from it, and then they're going to bring in some foreign country. So now it's hard to trace the money, and they're going to tell you, okay, we don't have the equipment or the expertise. These guys are experts at blowing into these kind of mines and extracting this kind of mineral and whatever. So we're going to bring in team Wei Jiasu from Beijing or from wherever in China, and they're going to come in, and then between them and those politicians, money gets split, and the rest of us never see any kind of benefits out of it. If the place is making that much money, I'm not saying cut every individual a check. I'm saying use some of that residual income to put things in place for the people to benefit from. You know, some level of education should be free up until a certain level. All right, we got you this far. Now you should be able to afford to get higher if you want to, and that kind of stuff. Not everybody's scratching from the bottom if you're not born into a wealthy family kind of thing. So yeah, them know what them I do. And again, that's all by design. Fallon Carrington says, yes, I'm confused myself. Jamaica is an independent country, but you need permission from England to handle your affairs. And Fallon Carrington, that's because it's not an independent country. See, that's like me telling my parents, I'm independent, I don't need nothing from uno. But I go up to mom's every day for dinner because me can't put food in my fridge. I haven't reached that level in life yet. See, I'm still struggling. But I have to eat mommy dinner every day, and that's how my food come by. So you're not independent, you're dependent on, different levels of dependency, but you're dependent on. Obviously, not an independent nation. This is a hard blow for a lot of Jamaican. Listen, Jamaican people are some proud people, I'm one of them. So another Jamaican might can talk to me certain kind of way about Jamaica, but no stranger can step in at the midst. It's just like me and my brother arguing. We're not trying to kill each other. We having arguments, disagreement. You as a stranger can't step in and take no side and be like, yo, I eat that boy. No, whoa, hold on. Argument done. You exit, right? So Jamaicans are kind of like that. So this is kind of hard for a lot of them still when they hear that you're not independent. They're like, what? What do you mean we're not independent? We just celebrate independence again. 50 something years of independence. They're like, you're not independent. Be a foolish to say I talk. You're hurting their feelings. But then when you take them through the documents and you show them the queen is your head of state. This is her position here. This is what her role that she plays. She has constitutional powers at the highest order. The governor general is here to represent her because she can't be right here. Then they're starting, damn, that hurts. I remember the first time I found out, which was a while back now, but the first time I found out, I walked around for days, man, like in a days. Like, wow. So I come from a slave yard. This kind of was personal for me. I was like, so I come from a slave yard. That is still a slave yard, right? Okay. Rough. Rough to accept. Rough to accept, but it is what it is. I have to look myself in the mirror and say, you come from a slave yard. That is still a slave yard. Not that I came from a slave yard that was once that, and we are great people that have worked our way up out of that struggle into independence, and we're moving forward into the future. That's what I thought. And then I had to admit, rotted. This is what it is? Oh, damn. So I'm one of them. But it's the truth. It's the truth. All right. And the more we know the truth, is the better we can circumvent, move through this thing here, and progress. All right. So Blair Boyd says the reason why Jamaica didn't go republic, it was the JLP party, Edward George Seaga, who refused to come on board because Jamaica would be a republic in the 70s by Michael Manley. Okay. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing this morning?
Doing great. How are you?
Good. I just wanted to say a few things. Jamaica is like the child in the class. You know it's brilliant, but does not apply themselves. That is unfortunate to say. Now, I've said it before, and I've called them before. There's one island that is an island and a brand, and that is Jamaica. Only place. All the other islands get upset because when people hear accent, they say, "Oh, you're from Jamaica." Oh, you no, because there's other islands except for Jamaica, but Jamaica's an island and Jamaica's a brand. And we've squandered opportunity after opportunity after opportunity, to the point where the brightest child in the class is in the back of the class with a dunce hat on their head. That is where we are. The level of corruption, the level of crime, the level of bad mind has put us at the back of the class. And if we don't get our act together, you see that pride we have? It's going to be a disgrace on our heads if we don't get it together. Just yesterday, I was reading an article. I don't know the proper name of the waste management company in Jamaica, but that department.
Right.
They're talking about, oh, there's a mismanagement of funds, millions of dollars missing. Every 5 minutes you listen to them, millions of dollars missing. Everybody taking their piece, right? We're not ready. Unfortunately, we should be. We had an airline. I used to be so proud of Air Jamaica. And you go there, you get your curry goat and your rice and peas. Proud, okay? But we are at the point now where everybody take a little piece. This person take a little piece, and every politician think them smart, and they think they can hide funds, and they put it in their pocket. And we have places that don't have bridge, where people are zip lining to get across because the bridge has broken down and nobody comes to fix it. We have a cousin, big pothole in the middle of the road, diverted his car into a truck. His body broke up in 2020. Okay?
Damn.
Not in 1950. In 2020, we have road that don't work. We have people who don't have water in their house. We still have people use zinc roof and outhouse in 2021. And nobody is taking it as a priority. In the last election, only 37% of those who can vote voted. And that tells you the people are tired.
Say that again.
Yes.
In the last election,
only 37% of eligible voters voted.
All right.
It wasn't a landslide like Andrew talked about.
All right.
People barely came out of their house because they're tired of lies and they are demoralized. So you see, if change gonna happen, it's me and you here, some UK, Canada, US. I'm calling on all of us. We have to be the change because the people are demoralized. And they don't know the things we know. And I don't mean that as an insult, because you know Jamaican people already.
Yep.
We have been patient. We've seen things. We've been places where systems work.
Yep.
True systems work. Okay? So we have to lead the charge. And we have to do it starting from here. Lead the charge. Speak to your family. All I know who have family land, and your grandparents dead off, and your parents dead off, and nobody went to the National Labor Land Development Agency to go and get the land rectified. Get it rectified. You know why? Because China's coming. You see them Chinese people? Those are people who plan 100-year business plan. Okay?
Yes.
Those are people. They're not busy with party. Who looks so bad, man. They don't have time for that because they're building a future for their children's children. We have to get our act together because the accumulation of corruption and rape and pedophilia and the blowing out the brain there and the miseducation, that accumulation of events happening on the island is going to sink us. If you and me don't wake up, because the people on the island, they can't do it. They're too demoralized. It's me and you have to do it from here. All right.
Thank you. Thank you. She was on fire. Listen, I want to ask her, like, okay, so I'm kind of taken aback because she just said I could actually end the show right here because she said everything in just how it needed to be said. I was trying to, like, we would have to cut corners and, you know, try to be politically correct because the host of the show, and y'all just coming here, y'all heard her. She was on fire. She never said one thing wrong. She did not say not one thing wrong, right? All right. This is where we are at, and this is our stage. This is our state that we're in. Damn. Like I said, when I first got that information that we were not truly independent, I literally walked around for days, in a daze. And I literally looked myself in the mirror and I said, so you're not from a former slave yard. You're from a slave yard that's active now. That's still a slave yard. Okay. Wow. She wowed me just now. But can't go any further. I gotta get myself back together because she went in. She wowed the daylights out of me just now. I love when people talking up. Some love when people talk, not name calling. Eat that boy SouFLo and not even know what I'm talk about. And then start draw for things that you already researched and you can show them that, okay, it goes further than this. She went in. This how I like when people talk. Jeez. Barbados, big up on herself. Ricardo Lane says Barbados is in the chat. Big up yourself, family. One Caribbean, but we're not moving like one. The Caribbean diaspora itself is powerful if they were to unite. All Caribbean countries to unite, you would see massive things happening in that region as well. That's why we always say one Caribbean. But again, as you get older and you study certain things, you get to realize that it's very divided. Hence the reason why. And among ourselves, we have more fighting than anything else. This one not like that, the one, and it stems from politics. Then it goes from the politics over into just people carrying on stuff that they don't even understand. Well, Trinidad don't like Jamaicans and Jamaicans don't like Trinidad. Every time them go to them, turn them back and this and that. And what's that about? And, you know, And we try to find out, and then we find out that it ain't the people. Some people are carrying on what they don't even understand, but it's from somewhere else, and it's all political, right? Here we stand. Barbados, you forced this argument this morning. You forced this conversation this morning. And people, listen, it's a ripple in the water, right? You ever throw a rock in a pond, and then you see the rock goes in, boop, and then you see the waves, the waves, the waves, the waves. This is why England started that propaganda campaign talking about how Barbados is trying to bring, what this means for them is bringing the Western world under Chinese influence and all these other things. It's the ripple effect. It's the ripple effect. Once one does it, they're now worried. And now they're like, okay, who's going to do it next? Who's going to do it next? Oh, so Jamaica is talking about it now. See what Barbados started? Now Jamaica is talking about it. Now we're losing all our colonies because they're all doing it. That's what they're worried about. But why would they be worried about if there was nothing there to gain for them? You know, why would they be worried if there was nothing there to gain for them? They worry because that's their cash cow. Whole heap of money these territories make, you know. Whole heap of money these territories make. Well, I love when people say, oh, Jamaica is poor and them can't afford this and them can't afford that. And I'm like, man, really? Jamaica is wealthy as hell. That money is shit. Yo, when I see some levels of wealth in Jamaica, I'm like, I'm like, I don't even see this in the US. Like some levels of wealth. But of course, we know how that goes, right? It's like I equate that to like when we used to cut hair in our barbershop. So I would pay the person that owns the barbershop $250 a week to rent my chair, but everything else I make after that is mine. It's the same thing like Jamaica is in that kind of position, and all the money that she makes is funneled out to somewhere else, and then she gets to keep a little stifle for herself. And when she gets to keep a little stifle for herself, and now this has to spread all around. Politician man just say, yo, listen, this too little for spread. Give me this. All right, throw out the pennies, make them try survive off of that. But my thing good. Just like the caller just said, they're all grabbing and scraping their own. This is why I said the new leadership I was very disappointed in, because I thought, okay, here comes somebody that doesn't seem to be of the old boys club, of a younger generation. Bright ideas are coming forward now. Things are going to move in an upward mobility kind of a direction, and then boom, we got more of the same old, and even worse in some places. So it's rough. It's rough. Now my volume is low. Are you sure? I'm on 100%. They do not want the island to become republics as they lose colonial stronghold over the islands. Yes, and influence and colonial stronghold. It's their history. You see, like how she just said, Chinese people don't plan. No short term, or they're planning 100-year business plans. I watched a documentary, and on this documentary, you had a Chinese multi-billionaire, very powerful individual, and then you have a Jewish man from Israel, very powerful individual as well. These two powerful individuals, they were asking them, and I'm going to share this to you again. They were asking them, so what do you think about this? Who rules next? Whatever. I remember the Chinese man saying this. They asked him, who is your competition? And what are you trying to accomplish, right? And he said, in time to come, these are not my words, so I can say, in time to come, we will surpass the white man in every way possible. This is our goal, he said. That is our competition. He didn't say American. He didn't say British. He says the white man, period. So any which part him there, China feel, I think, to dominate him in every way. Technology, finances, you name it, influence, global influence, everything. So they are well aware of this, because if me see the video, I'm sure they saw this documentary as well. I remember there's a part in there though that hurt my feelings, kind of like when I first found out that Jamaica wasn't truly independent, and they asked them, so you know, Africa is a big part of this new developing world and could stand as a world power soon. He laughed. He laughed and he said, the black man is neither here nor there. Is just there. Not it's like him the was say, they're not even a factor. They're lock already. We got that on lock already. They're not even a factor. They're no threat in no way possible. They're not even a factor. He's like, the black man is neither here nor there. It's like, wow. Insignificant in their conversation of global dominance. We are not even on the table. We are not a threat. You're neither here nor there. You're on that song. That hurt my feelings. But it was facts. It was facts. It was facts. And you know why they're able to say that? They're able to say that because everywhere that we exist, they own most of what we have there. Or they have heavy influence in it. So they can say that. When I have rounded up all your resources and have easy access to do whatever I want to do in your place, then I can look at you and say, you're not a threat. You're neither here nor there. You just let's take this call. Live on the air, good morning.
Good morning, SouFLo. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Doing all right?
Yeah. I'm right where you're at right now. They can say that because majority of black people job is skill set. And because it's skill set, in the next 15 to 20 years,
technology,
the jobs that we do will be obsolete. They'll be taken over by robots.
Technology.
Exactly.
Yeah, and we're not championing.
And we as the Black nation, we're not planting ourselves. We're not stepping forward into technology. And that's the introduction of the world right now. We're being introduced to the world of technology.
Yeah. That's a good point.
So go ahead.
I said that's a good point you're making.
Absolutely, because you know why? A few weeks ago, I was watching The Breakfast Club. And I'm not too sure what Asian company, what Asian country the young man is from. And he was there to war on Black people and brown people.
Okay.
And his statement was, I don't know where we're going to be in terms of job and economic power come the next 15 to 20 years. Because those jobs that we are holding, what happened is he just got shareholder. He was able to buy enough stock. I did not rewatch the program to see what company he got shareholder of. He bought so many stock into the company that they've released financial, the future plan of the company. And that's where he was privy to the information where Black folks, brown folks that are skill set, those trucking star, your boy Star Troy trucking. Estimate 5 to 10 more years, maybe 15. We won't have any more men or humans transporting stuff in trucks anymore.
Right.
being taken over by robotics.
Right.
Fact.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot more is coming down the pipeline. So we have to shift it.
So you're saying that we should. So you're saying that we need to start focusing on robotics and technology, right? And advancement in technology, and educating our own people to master it.
Trying to come up with invention, things that can take over robotically rather than our hands, because there will be no more use for our hands.
Yeah.
It's a mind game now.
One thing you just bring to my mind, remember when this whole coronavirus thing broke out? Remember there was a group of guys in Jamaica who came up with ventilators and invented, not only did they speak about it, they invented it, they displayed it, and they showed that it actually works. So they were able to manufacture these. And then the big scare in Jamaica was that, damn, we don't have enough ventilators to save enough people, so we only have 6 at this location, and it's only who's are gonna get them. And I was saying to myself, why don't they? This is a hot opportunity right here to jump behind those guys, have them manufacture all the ventilators that will be needed for the country, and even export ventilators to outside nations and make a whole lot of money that way as well. They disappeared. They brought them on TV one time. They showed what they were able to do. They put them in the newspaper one time, and then they disappeared. And I was like, what?
Exactly. Suppression. They're trying to suppress them now.
Well,
they're suppressing them, and they're discouraging the future youths that's looking at them.
Well, that's what it is for us then. They paid them off. Great thing to say they paid them off.
Thank you. You're on target.
Thank you. I appreciate you. So are you.
All right. Have a good one.
You too now. All right. So maybe they sold the idea. Well, I would like to know what happened to it. They're not the first ones to invent a ventilator, so I don't know how they would have sold the idea, seeing that it was already invented. But if you can replicate something, like if I can make that, then I can save my own family, and nobody could stop me from making it, because I'm not trying to sell it to the rest of the world as FlowVent, even though FlowVent is the leading brand in ventilators. So FlowVent won't meet me in the marketplace and say, hey, you're knocking off our brand, take you to court, sue you for this, get it off the shelves, kind of thing. We could have done that locally and took care of that locally for ourselves as a people. But we chose to instead tell the people them, say, yo, enough ventilators won't be here enough, so you better make up your mind, because if so and so come before it, and you at the same time, just best believe he's getting the ventilator first. Remember Crawford, the politician brother that had the dreads, and he was talking about, this is just the honest truth. I'm have to tell him, like, if you show up at the hospital with one of them politician people here or whatever and badly needs a ventilator, who you think they're gonna give? And I'm like, why do we have to make that choice when we have people that can actually make working ventilators among us? Live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, SouFlo.
Good morning, family. There, welcome.
Yeah, bless up to everybody else who are listening.
Manners.
We are listening still. Yeah. So first and foremost, congratulations to Rhianna, and also congratulations to Barbados for make that bold step there. Yeah, I mean, it's a great look. We know them have a lot of trying days ahead of them.
Yeah.
We know that from a year the announcement. We know that some of them stuff already have happened, but me love them still for what them do.
Right.
Them have backbone.
Right.
You know? And me rate them Prime Minister. Because me pay attention to her since recently, and she seemed like a person who knows what she do.
She seemed like she have the interest of Barbados at heart.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the Caribbean at large too.
Right.
But she have to treat house before she can step outside of that.
Right. True.
But one thing where me I look onto is you have to look on the pros and the cons. Even though it's great to give somebody their flowers while they're alive, at the same time, it is a great I wouldn't say burden, but it's a great, what the word may I look for? Let me use burden, but I guess you might can understand what I say. For Rhianna now being alive and having an accolade like this. Because at this point, she's kind of under the microscope. Because anything that she does going forward, people are going to use it to size her up.
Yeah, but that's minor. That okay, so you know how a giant would have think then, right? An elephant is like an ant, doesn't bother me. In other words, other words, then people are gonna always talk. So we can't be afraid to make bold moves. Where just because people are gonna say, what people are gonna say, history we are dealing with. See?
Yeah. No, me know. I'm just saying, but
yeah, man. Me just said so maybe that's how they're thinking of it.
Yeah, the good thing is at this she got it when she's grown and her attitude and habits have changed. So she's a woman now and she has the womanly thing.
Right.
So yeah, I feel like she get it the right time.
See. But it's a good look.
Yeah, and the next thing too. Yeah, of course it is. A lot of people, I read the comments and a lot of people have said some stupid stuff, but it's a good look.
Definitely.
It's a good look. And next thing to the thing with the Chinese and the UK. While I'm privy to China and some of the things that they may have up their sleeves, you know what the UK sound like to me, a man will have him good woman in the yard and not take care of her. And lose her to another man, and then what trying to weasel him way back in. that then sound like. No, because look at it. They've been at the helm of the thing from day one.
For the longest, right?
What have they done but try to make more prisons in the Caribbean? Like seriously, what infrastructure have they had any interest in? All they want to do is make prison.
Yeah, so it's like if them didn't really care about you, then would have come and say, hey man, your roads up here, they're really bad. Listen, we got the engineers to come in and do it. Cause that's what allies should do for allies, or somebody who care for somebody should do, right? Not just leave the place dilapidated and it keep on falling apart and you not. Man, I understand exactly what I said, brother.
Yeah, but the thing that I'm really worried about the most when it comes down to China is that I don't know if a lot of people know this, but Asian countries are one of the more. I think they are maybe second or if not even first when it comes on to the racism. Because China not like Japan and Korea and North Korea. You know what I'm talking about. We all see them as the same people, but they don't like each other. And they don't like anybody else outside of them culture either. So that's the part that kind of worry me when it comes down to if them to be like the new world order, then, so to speak.
Right.
How are they going to treat us?
I did a bit
because
go on, talk.
Because we are getting there.
Yeah.
We are getting there. You know what I mean? It's not like it's not what with about because they got the money to do it. But how are we going to be treated? Are we going to be treated better than how America and UK treat we know? Or are we going to be treated worse?
I did a video a while back. You can look it up on YouTube. Just type in how Black Jamaicans will be treated if China takes over or when China takes over. And that video will pop up, and watch the video there and hear what I said in that video. After doing some good research and thing as well, along the lines of what you're talking about right now. But you brought up something very serious just now. Yeah.
No, but it's the truth.
It bothers me too. It bothers me too.
It's the truth because all right, look at Jamaica now. In terms of everywhere you go, in all small towns or major towns, there's like 1 million wholesales and they are all owned by the Chinese.
Right. And
the understanding that I get is when they come in groups, right? And they pool all their money together and open one wholesale. Right. They also get loans from the government also. So you see when the wholesaler take off and start going good.
And next one.
They branch off some other people and make another wholesaler and then do that until everybody have them own.
Right. Then do the same thing. And this is a practice for them, because right here when we live in Florida, the same thing them do here with houses and restaurants.
Yeah. Okay. And what they do, none of that money stays in Jamaica.
None of the money stays.
All that money is sent outside of the country. So
to their
they are not doing anything for the country when it comes down to the revenue. None of the money is staying in the country.
Right.
And they might even get tax breaks and tax when the regular Jamaican wouldn't even get.
No, they do.
Yeah, because I remember in one situation in the community where me forward from, a youth who did a work with them get one of the Chinese girls pregnant. And by the time they found out she was pregnant, they shipped her back to China.
Rotted.
You know what I mean? Who knows what they do to her? You know what I mean? Because you know, say a disgrace that because they don't go outside of them tradition.
But she probably never have the baby then. She probably never have the baby then.
They don't take kindly to us black people. Right. So that's one of my main concerns when it comes down to that.
Right. It's business for them though, and we're just it's business for them. We're collateral.
Yeah, definitely. But before we go there, there's something I want to talk to you about after the year. Just give me a time when it will be best to reach out to me. I already sent you a message, but if you don't know your user number after the show, you might have a lot of messages to go through before you even see it.
Yeah.
Just give me a time when we know we can call you back. Because there's something we need you to talk about.
Okay.
But have two things actually. One of them I have to mention. I don't know if you might have some info on it. So you remember the other day with the this new signing where the Prime Minister and the Jamaican Prime Minister and they must say, oh, Montego Bay, I got benefit from it. So I think it's something to do with the roads. But what I heard about is so the new road them I go cut. I go displace some people out of their homes, and all these people have gotten is monies to rent places after they move, and the rent money can last for 3 months, and that's all they got. So me I said, and as somebody where living in the place.
All right.
So somebody is a young YouTuber, and he reached out to me about it. I don't know if you hear about it, but I guess when me and you talk, we can.
All right.
Give more information.
So, if you get some time, try around 1 o'clock in the afternoon today.
Yeah, man, that's good.
All right. All right, brother.
All right.
Bless.
Bless you.
All right. We're gonna move on. But Neka Neka, thank you. I appreciate you greatly. Neka says, I'm so late, and congrats to Rhianna. So again, let's end this segment, right? It's gonna get heated now. Let's end this segment. Congrats to Rhianna. Big up to Barbados for doing their thing. And shout out to the PM, Mia Motley. She's definitely cut above the rest, and she is out here doing our thing. I could say she's out here looking out for the best interest of her nation. She really genuinely seems like someone who cares about her nation. You know what I'm saying? Versus someone who pretends to care, but then all their policies and their day-to-day shows you that they don't. So big up to her for that. Now, our next topic on the table was Vybz Kartel and the phone evidence. So let me clarify some things first. Every time I call Vybz Kartel name, it attracts a handful of people to my audience who, because their own biases against him or whatever. So I get these corny comments in the comment section. Oh yeah, Kartel gal. I bet SouFLo love Kartel more than how him love him wife, and them kind of something that. Those don't bother me, but I do erase comments. So it's funny to see people say, don't say that because I'm going to erase your comment. Why should I keep your comment around? I told y'all before how this thing works. Y'all know how it works. People go in there, toxic people. They look for ignorant comments that match their chain of thought. And as soon as they find one, ooh, they like it, and they leave a comment under there. I'm not creating a platform for dunce people. I was called yesterday. I was giving out the word dunce to a lot of people yesterday, and somebody was offended. So Floyd, the person didn't say anything wrong. You can talk to them better than that or something. Let me tell you something, right? And this goes in real life as well as online. If you ever see me under attack and you not defending me, stay out my way. If you ever see me under attack and I'm defending myself and you're not defending me, but you're telling me to calm down and answer the person the next way, just know that you too might get it. Okay? And that's how the thing go. That's how it is in real life, and that's how it is online. All right. So with that said, here we go with this. Let me clarify, because enough people don't. If you're not taking time to listen to the videos, then don't comment. I don't mind seeing 10 comments under one video that have 20,000 views, as long as it's 10 people who actually watch the entire thing and put some common sense into what they're saying. We're just tired of the ignorance. And I'm tired of grown ass people, some of you brave enough to put your picture on there, being that ignorant. If I was that ignorant, I would hide my face, right? So shout out to the ones who do hide your face. I understand why you hide your face, because if I was that ignorant, I would hide my face too. Now, put a video out yesterday. The video says that the phone evidence has now been admitted into the trial as evidence. Okay. Rewind a little bit. I am up to number 14 on videos. I've given you 14 videos so far worth of testimonies that are happening right now in the Clansman Gang trial as they're printed. I source them, put them together, come and I give them to you so you have an idea of what I go on in a courtroom, because it's not an open courtroom. It's a trial by judge only, and there ain't no TVs in there for if you watch the thing and say, no, but that don't make sense. Or yeah, that makes sense right there. For some reason, I've become, every time I mention Vybz Kartel name, oh, brother, SouFLo, you have to go pick a side, because one day you look like you want Jamaica to clean up and better, and the next day you are defend criminal. It doesn't look good on your character and whatever. I am asking for proof. If you are ever accused of everything in this life, you will hope that there's somebody like me that's in your corner that simply asks, are that the same though? Okay, show me the proof. Once me see the proof, then I'll write him off too, as, hey, you deserve that. Do the crime, do the time. You better hope that you have someone like me around, because others are going to be like, oh, well, the one over on channel so and on YouTube channel this and that say him guilty, so him guilty because them man they know the thing and them talk the right thing. We're dealing with this, I don't know, shade tree thing. We are dealing with law and court. Facts have to be presented. So one of the people that are testifying said that Vybz Kartel told him personally on the phone. Watch how me walk this true field. So this is why sometimes I hate doing the behind the scenes when we just show pictures and talk, because I don't get to talk so you can understand, because some people need the extra breakdown. So for those of you who already get it, then you can cock your ears the next way. Watch me walk you through this. There's a witness that testified in court in this Clansman Gang trial that Vybz Kartel told him personally on the phone to kill 3 people. I said, wow, that's a rotted statement. Your name get called up in that. You already in prison doing a life sentence and fighting that. Right when his case goes to the Privy Council over in England, which is the highest courts for Jamaica, in comes this. Vybz Kartel, they tell me if we kill 3 people too, and we kill 2 of them and 1 escape, and the one who escape is an entertainer, a famous entertainer. So you have people now building their channels off of, yo, a popcorn him did try killing up, and one next one say a black rhino him did try kill a rhino off the runway, and And I'm saying, I haven't even gotten that far yet. This person also testified and has proof that he had 3 phones and he was working undercover. And the 3 phone them he used to get information, right, upon the gang, to record them. This is what has now been admitted into evidence in this trial. So me, I said to myself, say, okay, all the phones that you had was gathering evidence. Cartel give order to kill 3 people. The phones have now been entered in and accepted by a judge as evidence. Yesterday when I did the video, I said, rotted. I wonder if when they're done going through all those recordings, because the man said when the phone them get full, they never used to clean off the data and give him back, you know. They used to take the whole phone and give him a whole new phone. I said, when they're done going through all this, I wonder if there will be, first of all, I mean, no other names I got called, but, and I'm expecting a bombshell to drop, but I wonder if, pertaining to Vybz Kartel case, that we're going to hear him on that phone ordering 3 murders. I clearly said, if they are able to source that and show that, then there's nothing that any of us can say. That includes his enemies, his friends, his fans, and myself. There's nothing none of we can say. It will be what it is, right? So how am I a crime enabler and criminal supporter? Y'all see the comments? SouFLo look like him know them people, and like him know the Clansman gang member them, and him look like him want them to get off him over here using his platform to try to defend criminals and it's not what it is. I'm asking for proof for some ghastly accusations. If somebody ever says SouFLo murder the youth and then fly out the next day, I want somebody on my side like me to say, how y'all figure that? Because we fly out at this time, murder occurred at that time. This no something that make no sense, right? That's all. We need some solid proof. I would hope. Look, DMAC, not true? Here we go. Oh brother says you were supporting it before this trial, bro. See, the thing about those kind of people like oh brother, the phone is right here, right? And they're never brave enough to call, because when they call, they're gonna have to speak intelligently and explain exactly why are you attaching these names to me? Why are you attaching these accusations to me? And they can't do it. They can't. So if you're brave enough, call the phone and let's talk. I'm here. I'm not running. I'm not hiding. Right? I don't know what you're doing. But me personally, I wouldn't give these criminals a minute of my platform, honestly. It's news, man. It's news. This ain't my platform. The platform is for the people. I only spearhead the platform. So it's in the interest of where the people's interests lie. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about my platform. Anytime I start thinking my platform, I'm only going to be doing things that I am interested in, and then people now going to tune into it because they can't relate, right? So this is for them. This is their platform. They dictate what I do here, about 95% of what I do here. Every now and then you might see me do some family vlog and all that. That's my life, and I choose to share certain parts of it with my audience. For sure, them send me a real person too. See, go through the same struggles like you, human just like you, come from the same place a lot of you come from. The rest of it is the audience. I feel them platform. All right. So call in. If you brave and strong on what you're saying, call in. I'm clarifying what I put in the video yesterday because some of them ran away saying that SouFLo said that Vybz Kartel voice came up on the phone evidence. And then the next person under that says, you see, and you see how long him that they are defend the criminal boy. Me tell you a long time, you know, say they're gonna come up, you know. There's nowhere in there that I said that. So if you're not gonna listen to the content, if you're only going to read a headline, look at a thumbnail and leave a derogatory comment, then of course I'm gonna erase your comment when I see it. So don't even waste your time. put it up there. Because some people do it for like, just so 2 other people can hit like on their comments so they feel good. Somebody liked what I said. Oh my God. It's going to be erased anyways. See? In this case, where are the facts? These people over here want to hang you without DNA. Why don't we stand for them? I do, but why don't you? What makes them guilty besides the man? Leticia Nicole, in this case, where are the facts? I'm looking for the facts, and I want the facts to be presented to me. And anybody, all of the cartel here to them, you can call in. You can call in and say all the things that you see. These are cowards. I call you a coward when you speak behind somebody's back, but you can't say something to their face. You're a coward. If I say something behind someone's back, I will say it to their face, or I don't say it at all. Stand on your word, right? All these derogatory comments, and I have the phone. We know the phone is working because other people called in already this morning. It ain't ringing. It ain't ringing because they're cowards. And they feel like I should build my platform to have them use it to spew their garbage. I'm not doing that. I am not building a platform for dunce people to congregate on. This over here is for people who are at least rational thinkers, and then for those who think outside the box. See, you are coward to talk truth on cartel. Oh brother, you have a phone, brother. Call in. I am coward to talk truth on cartel. You have a phone. Call in. Why are you still texting? Call. Everybody have a phone. I am a coward to talk truth. That right there, cut that out of your sentence and look at it. How can you be a coward to tell truth? I've had comments erased for disagreeing LOL, but not from you though. I disagree even with facts. You've had comments, any comment that is erased from me, you were disrespectful. And you were harboring other disrespectful people. Like for instance, there's a comment that says, the comment says, SouFLoTV, a cartel gal. And then there's another brother under it, LOL, laughing, laughing, smiley face. Why would I keep that comment around for? And then when I erase that, they come back and tell other people, don't say stuff because, don't talk the truth because he will erase your comment. Dunce people. See? Dunce people. Real dunce people. Stick to the topic and stick to the facts. This is how you get me to shut my mouth. You stick to the facts because I come with facts. Only facts. Only facts. But me a cartel, yeah. That's funny. Yo, I tell you, I think at this point in the game, Vybz Kartel is Jamaica's most loved and most hated. Me just watch a video. School full of picnic. And I feel them India player. One of them school tour there. So when thousands of children in an institution can word for word your song. And this is new generation for Kartel because Kartel is 45 years old this year. So this is a new generation for him. And him lock from theme generation to this new generation. That's influence and power, my friend. That's the kind of stuff that they pay people for. That's the kind of stuff that they even kill people for. Influence and power. Influence is power. Go back to what we talked about this morning and see what England, them rights that they are worried about. The Western region, the Caribbean coming under influence. British influence dying out and them coming under influence of Beijing and China. Influence. There's a rise of something called influencers on social media. You don't understand the power of influence and to be influential. All right. So when y'all talk to me, please, man. I'm not running from nobody. All right, Raymond Wright. Here's Raymond Wright. Stop trying to defend a little piece of nothing. So Kartel to them is a little piece of nothing, and me must stop trying to defend them. Mind you, I never defended anybody. In the video, I said clearly what I just said. If his name come up, his voice show up on that recording where the man said in a court, Kartel tell me on the phone that personally. Okay, it must be on the phone then. Here is where you close the case. Here is where you shut up people like SouFLoTV, because once you do it, present that fact, there's nothing else we can say. See? So make we see it. Make we see it and let it go through the proper channels it was supposed to go through. Don't wait 9 years before you give them the permission for it to go through the proper channels, as in a forensic expert having a look at it and saying, nah, this was doctored and spliced up, or hey, it's authentic. Once we get past that, I like the man music, and I admire his business savvy and his ability to build generational wealth and put his children in positions of power. He's thinking way ahead, generations ahead. That is what I admire. I don't support no criminal activities from anybody. And no matter how many times I say that, dunce people still somewhere find where I said. But when I ask them, cut out that little excerpt of when I said that. Timestamp the video where in it I defended crime or criminals, etc. Go look at their comment. It's either a name calling happen again, or they don't comment back at all. That means you're not in the mood to have an intelligent conversation. I don't know if you're capable or incapable. I just know that you might not be in the mood right now because you're not answer back. You say what you have to say and you're gone. So I erase and you're really gone. You never came, you never stopped by, you never said anything. See? Alright, so you're gonna be about dunce or cuss dunce. What qualifies you, my friend? DJ Dance says, SouFLo is now a hypocrite because listen to Vybz Kartel, and Vybz Kartel is a killer. So 89% of dancehall isn't all gunman and murder music. That don't even make sense, first of all. But they might try to defend me, I guess. Live on the air with SouFLo.
Hey, SouFLo.
Good morning.
Morning, my brother. And good morning to the people that were on the thing, you know. Yeah. But you are going. You see the people that were, I said, you not back them people, yeah. And some people don't really understand what you would have said. They cannot understand that you were actually telling them that, listen, if this case was in the UK or in America, you would have get thrown out because of the tampering, because of the phone them used to convict the brother, right?
Right. That's how
But I'm not defending him. I give them information to let them know how the thing works, you know.
But you notice none of them don't call in when them can call in though, right? And now you call me, most of the phone work.
Yes, so them brain slow at it. Another type of problem with our people, them not try to dig into information. All right, look, just like how if you want to learn something, man, you have to go dig in. Enough time we see news have go around. Because one thing, if you want to sit for bus, send it to Jamaica, and then we send information around until you tap. You have to check the information, go run Google and do bugger thing to see if this thing is valid, you know, man.
Right.
So,
right.
I don't understand people. I know them can't understand. So when Marcus Garvey trying to teach them, you have to get yourself, you know, out of that mindset, the brother. Wake up, man, to what go on. Because we don't stick things in a book just because I want to stay in there, because I want to read it.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
I just that, you know.
Big up yourself.
Just just call in to make some people, because them, you have to break down things all the time for them, like a baby pan breasting.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I said those who are above that, just cock ears the next way, because here we go again. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so big up yourself and thank you.
Yeah, man, give thanks to brother.
All right, one. All right, so watch me. So hear this. Like somebody just said, where's the comment? The person said, SouFLo, you're my brother or something, but stop with this intelligent versus, okay. Ganja Baby says, Flo, you're my G, but stop with the dunce versus intelligent thing. I don't understand what you mean, Fab. I don't understand what you mean. I don't want people feel like they're comfortable over here if them come with them dunceness and them foolishness. Understand? And if I see it, I'm going to point it out. Because ultimately, for instance, watch this. Walmart protects their brand, right? 7-Eleven protects their brand. Everybody that has a brand protects their brand. If you go into their place and you go on with certain things, them either fling you out personally, use security, or call police for you to get you out because they don't want their brand to be associated with certain things. It's the same thing here. This is our brand. So when we start to create an environment where people feel like it's comfortable and cool to come over here and just say anything out of the way and be like extremely disrespectful, never on the topic, can't prove anything they're saying and all that, what we're doing is we're building a platform for those people. Sooner or later, you let that go on long enough, intelligent people will pass this and don't even stop because they're saying, that environment, they're hostile and ignorant. I'm gonna go over somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? So, and we're not trying to create that kind of an environment. We want an environment where intelligent people feel okay. Like I can voice my opinion, we can disagree, we can still keep it respectful, but you know, there won't be no name calling and oh yeah, the man, girl, and I bet so you love him more than how you love your wife and all that. So why would I keep all that stuff on my channel for? When you go outside and write a big disrespectful comment about any business, that business doesn't take your big disrespectful comment and paste it upon them front door. So why would I leave your comments here for others like you to come enjoy? Yo, me get tired. I enjoy it because if I never enjoyed this, I wouldn't do it at all. Trust me, I tell you, because it takes too much sometimes. Here, Kemoy Francis now. And Kemoy Francis actually showing face, you know, I wish we could have blow it up. Or our next man picture in my use. Brother, you're too rash bias. Delete it. Because a truth you don't like to hear. Okay. I said, no, actually, I deleted stuff because your approach and your ignorance. Telling yourself that you're speaking truth. Wasn't speaking no truth. Him the one who said, yeah, cartel, gal. And I deleted it. And he had the nerve to say, I don't like to hear truth. That's why I deleted it. So when me became cartel, gal, and how is that true? You know, one thing I tell y'all to be careful of, remember me saying, some of the things that the elders teach you, some of them we need to let go. Don't act like they're perfect in every way because they weren't. They were humans as well, right? Them did not grow and learn and experience and all these things. So when them say stuff like, if it not go so, it close to go so, the whole of them for dead in there. What? That's not how you do law. That's not how you convict somebody. Oh, them tell me one story about SouFLo and oh well, guess what? We have proof that it's not true. Nah, sir, if it not go so close to go so, I'm for dead over there. What kind of reasoning is that? What part of that was intelligent to you? If it not go so, it close for go so the whole of them for dead in there. And also court work, my friend. It's accusation and proof, right? Proof meets accusation, sealed. Accusation, no proof. Somebody needs to walk. That's simple as that. Why? I don't know. I really be looking at the level of intelligence among our people, and some of them make you like scrape off your face from. If you know gosso, close to gosso. That's a lie. That in itself, that statement is a lie. So Jamaican people, some of the things them old folklores and whatever them passed down give, some of them don't apply certain places, and some of them we need to fling out. Good morning, you're live on the air with SouFLo.
Hello, SouFLo. This is Shelly.
Good morning, Shelly.
How you doing?
I'm good. Shelly, are you on the Vybz Kartel here, talk?
If I'm on the Vybz Kartel, what?
Are you the one, or it's not you? Go on, Shelly, talk. You're live on the air this morning.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what happened. What happened?
No, wait, talk. Say you got the floor.
Oh, okay. Because I was saying, I was gonna ask you, like, why you don't try to run for politics? Because I feel like you have a lot of wisdom and and I agree with you. A lot of black people is like, I hope nobody get mad, but a lot of black people is mad slow. They don't think. You understand what I'm saying? They easily led astray. I just feel like we need sound people like with wisdom and understanding to like give them reasoning because it's like sometimes I be listening to these people and I'm just like, yo, I mean, I don't know if it's right with the low IQ situation going on, but for real, it's like they don't have no understanding. They're not trying to find out no information. They just walking around living. It's like no thought. They're like puppets. You could just open the top of their head and just put anything in there, and then they're like, okay, and they regurgitate everything. It's I don't know. I just like it's no under. It's not. It's I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I was talking to my friend just a couple of hours ago about how the system is set up to dumb down black people because I was telling him about like what's going on is that you just have this system that's telling black people, especially black men, that you're a victim, like you don't do no wrong. And I was telling him an incident when a black man, I know it's a little bit off topic, but it kind of goes with what you said. It's like the black man did something wrong, and the cop came and was like, "Yo, I need your ID." And then instead of him, just complying or whatever, he wanted out. Then here comes the herd, don't know what's going on, and they like, "Oh, the cops, this and that." It's like it's a herd mentality. It's no thought. It's not like, okay, what did he do?
That black man
You
probably
understand
was
what I'm
watching.
saying?
That black man probably was watching them videos of them white people telling you that you don't have to give them your ID and this is your constitutional
Exactly.
law, right, and all that. But he probably forgot that he was black and he thought that, or maybe he decided to be a sacrifice and pave the way. But either way, we know what it is, and then we see what it could be for others. I don't open carry in open carry states because,
Yeah,
because
man.
you know what I'm saying. So on doing politics though, could you
Yeah,
imagine my
man.
face as your politician doing all these faces as your politician? I wouldn't be able to be dishonest, and it seems that being
You
a
don't think
politician,
so?
no, being a politician requires dishonesty. You have to be able to laugh at the people with them while laughing at them, and you have to be able to smile while lying to them. And I can't do that. It's not in my character. So I don't think I could be a good politician. I, I would have to be lying and laughing or lying and looking you dead in your eyes. And I don't know, my face would give it away that I was lying. I couldn't do it. There are no honest politicians out there. I'm sorry. There are none. Some are more corrupted than others, but none are honest. Like 100% honest with the people and their interests. Because you have to
Oh
fall in
man.
line and you have to follow an agenda. Unless you're coming from an independent
Why
party.
don't we just make our own agenda? Like I don't understand like what agenda are we following? Like I don't understand that why we can't go
The
because
status
everybody
quo.
else govern themselves. Why we can't govern ourselves?
The status quo. The status quo. We we fall in line. We have bright ideas until we're elected. And then when we're elected, that's when they speak to you behind the scenes and they're like, you're not really in charge here, you're just a figurehead. And so this person will tell you exactly what to do, and that's how it goes. Your job is to go outside and feed it to the people and make them accept it. Okay, so you have
So
to be
it's
a good actor.
basically that's I'm sorry to cut you off, but it's like basically a no vote.
Yeah.
Because it's like a lack of understanding. That's what I'm saying. It's like a lack of awareness. It's like people don't think, they don't ask questions. I mean, you see it right in front of you, and then it's like it's just no thought behind it, and it's scary. And this is why it just keeps happening.
Yeah, but that's what it is.
Okay,
Big up
well,
yourself, though, and thank you.
have
Good,
a
bright
nice day.
idea. Bright. Thank you for either that or you come out and try to save people and they John F. Kennedy you. But
That's you're right. You're right.
yeah, I
That's
got
true.
some kids I gotta raise, but I got 6 of them. They
You're
need
right.
me. So big up to you
That's
for
true.
that.
All right. Have a great day.
You too. She never depend no cartel nothing. I said, "Are you the Vybz Kartel hater?" She said, "What? What are you talking about?" Because I don't. Morning, you're live on the air with SouFlo.
Hi, SouFlo.
Good morning.
I just calling, left a message. You were with the other caller.
Ah, I wouldn't have gotten that message anyways.
I'm piggybacking up.
You...
She was nice about it. I'm just gonna call it what I see. It's laziness. The information is out there. There's so much information out there. Our people have to stop being lazy. Mentally lazy. They don't want to engage reasoning. They don't want to engage logic. They don't want to learn how to control their emotions. So all of this is maybe it started out being part of an agenda, but right now we're at the point where we can access information to free us from that agenda. But too many of us are too goddamn lazy. So the finger points back at us. And as we go through and get the knowledge, you've got to realize you can't fight the system with the system's tools. They have too much power and too many different kind of tools that can decimate us. We need to go and find our own ways of transcending, transmuting, using all the knowledge we acquire to access our true power.
You know, you're not to cut you off. You remember when we were in school and you noticed that some kids had a hard time grasping the work while you were probably just blowing through it and it was easy. I was one of those kids. I was blowing through the work and it was easy. And then I got bored and started drawing and doing other stuff because I'm done. And there are kids who are struggling. You ever notice that? You remember that?
Yes.
Okay, well, I think not only with just my respect for people, I understand different levels of understanding that are out there. Some people need to be spoon-fed stuff, like even if they read it, they don't understand what they read. So there's no reading comprehension. If they hear it, they still don't understand what they heard. So there's no listening comprehension. And then someone has to be practical about it and break it down for them, spoon feed it to them step by step. And that's like from school days. You had the kids who the teacher had to really take, back when a lot of teachers cared more. You had the teachers who used to really take them under their arms and continue to break it down. Then you had those students who didn't require the teacher's extra attention at all. Just put it on the board, we do it, and we're over with it. So I think it's the same thing in real life. Thing in real life.
Understood, and I hear what you're saying, because it is so accurate, because some of us learn by seeing, some learn by hearing, some have to touch. But when I say laziness, I'm saying that at the initial point where you have a question, at some point, something inside you must ask that initial question: why is this the way it is? And I must find the answer to why. So as I'm on the journey to find out why, I would recognize that I can't learn from reading. I can learn from listening. It comes easier when I listen. I can't learn from listening. If I could see and touch, I could understand easier. So you, at that point, as you develop out of the laziness, you identify the best ways that you to get more information, more knowledge to build yourself. It's about self. It's about knowing self.
Right.
And that's everything you just described is part of that self-knowledge. So coming out of the realm of laziness, where you just come and become part of the system because it feels easier. Let me, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I got it. I understand.
What else is going to That's the lazy way out.
Yeah, and a lot of people choose that lazy way out. I understand.
All right, I mean, the word is really uncomfortable to hear, lazy, but I don't know any other word to use other than lazy.
Got it.
This is not like the Dark Ages or when we were in the physical slavery. There is so much information out here to get busy.
We live in the age of information.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's why I use the word lazy.
True.
All right, I'm going to cut you loose. You got to align people.
All right.
Love yourself.
Big up and thank you. Just and I understand exactly what you're saying. Thanks, yeah?
Okay, good.
All right.
Later.
So she says laziness. Listen, somebody just said something about a lot of these children, ADHD, attention deficit disorders, and learning disabilities, and all this stuff is very real among the children. But check this out. Those conditions aren't new. There were adults from back before me that had these same conditions, see? And they were children with these conditions that grew into adults with these same conditions. So them learning conditions the way I talk about are conditions that could hinder someone from grasping something as quickly as you did. They're still here and people are still affected by them. Some people just dumb down or pretend like they don't have it, but it's still here, right? It's all about economics. Enough of these children are now adults, yes. There's a lot of grown people out here that have children minds. A lot. Okay? And them same issues from back in school days for us, it's still there with a lot of those adults today. So that's why sometimes when you talk to somebody, even though they share a difference of opinion with you, they can be like, I never saw it that way. Damn, why didn't I think of that? Yo, you're right. You're right. Let me go look that up. That's an intelligent person versus somebody who is like, no matter how you try to spoon feed it to them, flip it back this way, well, maybe you can see it from this far. Or I'm gonna bring it back close in. Anything you try, it's still, no, I hear none of that. I don't want to hear what you're saying. I know what I know. And they're wrong and strong, right? It's just like two different mindsets, different learning styles, different ways we receive information, that kind of stuff. So being on a platform like this, when I speak, I don't only speak, I mean, I'm not speaking just to people who understand everything I say or agree with everything I say. I expect there to be disagreements. I expect there to be differences of opinions. I welcome them. I welcome them because that's how we have a well-rounded conversation, because I can hear it from your angle. Then I can shoot across and say, yeah, but that right there, what you're saying, don't really make sense, because if you look at this, you will see this. And then you can shoot back across and say, yes, SouFLo, but check this out though. You know, like, I don't know. I'm trying to not leave anybody out. Put it that way. We're trying to not leave anybody out. And some people are struggling to better themselves. And you want to be a part of that as well, of them bettering themselves. You know how much people come to me and say, yo, SouFLo, you know, sir, when you first start watching, I couldn't stand you. But you did have some topics that made me stay on the channel still, right? And man, I'm telling you today, brother, you changed my whole mindset, like the way I look at things, this and that. That right there, that one person that says that is actually what I was set out in my mind to do. You know what I'm saying? Morning, you're live on the air with SouFLo.
Big up yourself, SouFLo, morning, man.
Morning, brother, all is well?
Yeah. One touch on 2 points.
Go on now.
Number 1 point with Rhianna. Yeah, I'm kind of glad for her. Congratulations to Rhianna. A lot of people don't understand why they gave her that position. Now, I'm not to do with her qualifications or sexuality. Remember that Barbados is now a republic because they got rid of the queen. So now they're building themselves as a brand, and Rhianna is the ambassador. Similar to how Digital use the artist them. So it's a way of them building their brand. Similar to Jamaica use Bob Marley. Right. they're going to use Rhianna to build their brand similar to Bob Marley and Jamaica. So that's why they gave her that position. It's nothing about qualifications or sexuality, not like that. It's all business. Number two, now we're going to the Klansman trial. How that man testifies him lose so much gun and them not kill him?
Talk to me. Talk to me. Cause we like to play blind and dumb and dunce when time we feel it's convenient for us. But talk to me. And somebody was trying to justify that by saying that when you're second in command, you don't have to answer to the top down and him give you all kind of lead.
No, sir. Like people are eager. You get rid of is a problem. Remember, say that makes lizard lose him life.
I don't know about that, brother. I don't know about that. I just know that we have to stick to the party of the thing. And the brother testifies.
Allegedly.
The brother.
It's because they're missing the two shoes then. Cause him to lose his life. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, try to draw me in there. May I go back over here. So listen. The brother testified in a court said him lose 2 guns. And the way how him lose the 2 guns is because he gave them to the police. So here is this is what I'm supposed to believe, right? Here is black man, big top down, murderer, don't care, right? Vicious man. You supposed to go pick up a gun, pay for it, and bring the gun back to the stash house. You pick up the gun, you say, the gun look like it now work right enough, so I carry it, go give our gunsmith. Okay. That gun disappears and is a shotgun. It disappears and right can give police. Next gun, the handgun where him said that you would bring out, wrap up in a scandal bag, and then when him ask him for the teeth, then him bring a pan full of shells, gunshot come give. That the gun that him give police to, and the way how he asked for that gun was, me want to borrow the gun because I want to use it to kill a boy. Right. You tell me, say, top down never hear nobody drop by you from the gun there, but the gun disappear too. And another the first gun where you make disappear. No, so how much gonna disappear around here from you, so?
Exactly, I mean, no come out like.
Right, and this is not me discrediting the witness. This is me looking at what is being said and saying, well, them thing that way must make sense. Them actually carry them, go show them where bodies were buried. Now, this part no don't make no sense, right? That's all. How that?
Yeah, sense out and nonsense,
all right, my brother. See that. And because you're doing that, you're a different criminal, and you want them all to be free. Mr. but who will ask that?
Because check this. You have 1,000 people watching, and you have 200 people like. That's 25% intelligent people who are watching. You have 700 ignorant people in the comment section like that.
Boy, I saw it going on.
They're not intelligent.
I saw it going on, but here, why nobody is asking that? And why when me ask it now, me a different criminal? It's a logical question I'm asking. It's a logical question I'm asking.
In the court of law, what happened to Kartel is called a Brady violation. When the prosecutor used inadmissible evidence to convict you, that the case is against fling away, whether him guilty or not.
Tampered
because
evidence.
Their due process is a way that they have, like it's a process that they have to do legally. And by using that phone, it's inadmissible.
Correct. And that is in Kartel's case.
So
he was
you don't have to defend yourself with dumb people, brother. It's because they don't understand law.
But boy, trying to get them to understand it is a whole other feat. It's a whole
man. Oh God, man.
Whole other uphill climb. Just to try
to
get
them
to
frustrating.
Understand. Yeah, man.
But just know, say, you have people in your audience who understand exactly what you're saying after water.
Oh, yeah, man, definitely. Because if we did have to show up every morning to a dunce audience, completely dunce people, we wouldn't do this. That would
be... man, we would have drained out the whole energy.
I can't make them drain.
Trust me, so. After some of your life, then, me have to go sleep. Nap, take a little 30-minute nap. John, no, because it's draining sometime, brother.
So imagine me when do it. Me have to go lay down. Ganja baby under sights, they are talk about only fools credit themselves as intelligent. I lie, I tell. But anyhow, he was saying slick shit all morning, but it's okay. You see what I'm saying? Because you're not supposed to call yourself intelligent and recognize that you are intelligent.
And you know, so you have to know to show them too. Oh, we have degrees, baby, like the Fahrenheit and Celsius.
See it.
We have degrees like Fahrenheit and Celsius.
But
so hold that.
Big up yourself here, man.
Yeah, man, so play don't know, man.
All
Now,
right,
man, the pioneer can no pioneer.
Right, that's all. All right.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. He said, not man, the pioneers, because there is no pioneer. Pioneers is the school that we went to, the high school we went to. I see him, brother, that y'all should know by now. Or discover, so we went to the same high school together in Miami there, everything like that. But yeah, man, here what? We are at 2 hours, which is all we want to do this morning. Stop waste time on them. Come like vampire to us. Boy, Alencia Smith, listen up. Sometimes they make the thing festive. Sometimes they make the thing festive because we would be bored otherwise and just deep in topic. I don't know, but it's my goal to reach one person and change one person to where they become thinkers outside of regurgitating stuff and what they're told. Remember, I told y'all we're being programmed and we don't even know it. We've been programmed for a while now, but they're fine-tuning the programming. They're fine-tuning how we think as people. And once they got us like that and everybody moves on a dime because that's how they want you to move, then you have like a nation of robots. Not necessarily the robot them were mechanical, but human robots. So for those of us who still have free thought and exercise it, you become something dangerous to those who are too much programmed already. They are trying to unlock a 1 and 2 youth, a 1 and 2 person mind, you know? So them can be like, oh wow. Dude, grammar alone speaks volumes of his intellectual capacity. No one cares about grammar. We over here saw chat patois, we fluctuate between patois and English and whatever. Nobody not care about no grammar over here. So we're not in a grammar school. We are dealing with facts. Facts. See? So we're not in a grammar school. We are dealing with facts. I know say no me your talk, but that's okay. I'm just saying, we're dealing with facts. We will eat our name panbula. Didi, dunce. Why people get offended when I say dunce? But I'm saying dunce to somebody that's being dunce. It's like you don't want nobody tell you the truth. Come on, man. And if you don't want to hear dunce, then fix up. Fix up. Anybody call me and say me a dunce. Challenge me on a topic and see if I'm dunce. Challenge me on a topic that I have brought up and see if I'm dunce. That's all I'm saying. Like this isn't no oh talk it but can't walk it kind of thing. I realize that some of us actually enjoy being led. We actually enjoy, we get excited when the bandwagon ready for pass car. You know, like when them hop bus, doctor hop off or hop on a bus, we just hop on any bandwagon that pass and this is the trending one now. If Vybz Kartel beat the case today and walk out, 99% of the people them that was out here saying him should have get locked up and turn in there forever and him should have dead. Them same one go out and really talk about yeah, my favorite artist, you know, called the party pack and everybody in there and everybody is a fan now. So now it's good to hop on that new bandwagon now. It's been too long. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Yeah, morning. So I just want to make a quick point. Nothing long. It's like, say you the woman, you invite over one of your virgin, and you have $500 put on for your dress and your house. And when the virgin leave, you're $500 missing. But you never see him take it up. You gonna make a report to the police station. But you know that even because you know for a fact the $500 was there and him alone did the whole video. And after I'm done, the $500 missing. You got the politician to make a report. And he reach a court, the judge gonna ask you, did you see him take that $500 up? How can you prove that him take up the $500? So it's not what you believe or what you know, it's what you can present to the judge and the jury now where you have to go try convince, say that this man take up your $500. Other than that, you don't have a case, and that man has to walk.
Thank you.
And that man should walk.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's simple as that.
Yes. Thank you.
All right, manners and respect.
Manners and respect, fam. What a great analogy. Exactly. I remember we said we're dealing with the courts. We're not talking about where people feelings is and your opinions. We are dealing with the courts, right? And law. So, like what he just said, that's factual. That's factual. Either you can say, hold up, Judge. I had a camera that was on in my room. So here he is on camera right here. See him? He took it, puts it in his pocket, walks out my door, and that was me at the door right there, and he said hi to me. And then he said he had to go real quick because he got a phone call from his girlfriend and they had an emergency or something. He was actually trying to create a diversion to leave with my $500. That was him doing it. Cases like this, open, shut, nothing else. One of the reasons why I advocate for cameras being everywhere. And another thing, a court of law deals differently from our opinions. So now people come with them opinions as soon as I start mentioning certain names or certain case or something, but nobody don't care about your opinion. We care about the facts that we're given, that I just spent painstaking time to read through line for line for you. Now I want you to dissect from that and let's have a conversation about that. And you just did there give me your opinion. Well, boy, all criminal from long time and for dead in there. That doesn't say he's guilty. It says you said he's an old criminal from long time. Okay, let's get basic with you. He's an old criminal from long time. Pull up his criminal record and show it to me then. Well, you know the thing set already. You don't really have no criminal record still, you know, but he's an old criminal from long time still. That means you don't qualify to use that term. That's like me saying, yo, I want to rape a boy that, you know, and you're like, yo, I hate a boy that, a rapist? Yo, that boy that for dead. You never said who did he rape? When was he ever convicted of rape? Anybody catch him a rape? Anybody complain upon him saying rape them? You're just gone with infidel, cause rapist, you know. Live on the air with SouFLo. This will be our last call for the morning. Make it good.
Okay. This is Kartel.
Hello?
I am Kartel hater.
You're a cartel hater?
Yes, man. Yeah, man.
Are you?
This morning. Yes.
Are you?
You listen when I come, you hear me? I mean, I rap in a check.
I mean, are you really think are you know? Are you hear the girls?
Yeah. All right. No, not because I don't like him. But if you have everything lined up while you're in a court and a testifying, that should be on it. Because you see, you can't take away truth from truth and fact from fact. What is right is right. What is wrong is wrong. No, him have all of those what the police said. Too much sitting. Come and listen to everything, you know, but remember everything, I will not. But I don't like Kartel. His attitude, not him. So let me just be. We're not supposed to be hating people. His attitude. All right.
You don't like him because I'm attitude.
Yeah.
One to him attitude.
But he went to boy stars in the music business. You remember when he back some ninja? Look up his here, boy.
Then that you hold against him? Ninja forgive him, you know?
I just don't like some of his attitude. Look here, him do things and if you not glorifying him. Because remember when he put his foot in a leaf side mouth and he released it. I don't know, go on like saying nice. But I don't know saying not nice. He's very dominated, him bad.
All right. Remember, Kartel said he must come from bounty killer school, you know, so you must understand. Go on, that's what killer used to say, hey! Yo, we are up. Over there, so and rough them up them way there. Cross, mad, angry, and all these things. Anyhow, you just don't like the man because of attitude though, but that no have nothing to do with murder.
But
him put him thing in a little thing and take picture and send it out. No have nothing to do with murder.
Them dirty like a swap it. They're very dirty. Because the time when we call in, I never remember. One time, you pour cold water for me, you know. Listen to you know. You see when time, you know, I never remember to say to you. You see when time, he lick the boy, change shoes, and the next boy to say, kill him, I kill them. The next boy, the fear what in him, climb over the wall without no step upon it. Remember, that him get that statement, you know.
That's why it's in jail, you know.
No,
So
man.
remember that, you know. So that's a part
in a cartel case, you talk. How we talk? In a cartel case, you talk?
Yes, we talk about that in the case. I did not remember that when they said, where are the facts? Where are the facts? But remember that guy testified in court against cartel right before his face.
That guy testified in court and recanted his testimony and said, that's why I said, if you are going to argue that case here with me, make sure you follow the whole case all the way through. Me not let up our fight. That guy came back and recanted his story and said that the police them did not force him to say what he said.
So, all you know is a trick in there at the same time, just like how you look outside of the box, think outside of the box too.
Me know what happened in a court.
It's no thing.
In a court we are deal with and evidence that's presented we are deal with.
Evidence that was presented, but remember things goes on behind the scene.
Yeah, but we can guess, cause guessing is infinite.
Things goes on behind the scene and I guess we are guess.
I guess, cause we're going behind the scene.
But guess that or you ask him say, boy.
What go on behind the scene that you know about?
Remember now, you know, analyze the whole case, you know, and you say that witness that someone shady, boy, may not listen to you, you know. You analyze the thing, you know.
Wait no, don't go to say it. Wait. What goes on behind the scenes that you know about, that you can prove?
I will not be able to prove that. I am not there. But just like how you that say, the witness someone shady, boy. If I saw him, I say everybody I go cry. But the same way me can assume too.
No man, don't mix me up with that. The witness, when me said the witness sound, me never said the witness sound shady. Me said the witness here. You're probably talking about the video where I said this witness, if he continues to not tell 100% of the truth, he might be the one that throw away the whole case and make them money walk. Because here he is talking about how many things he's witnessed and seen, but yet still he never do none of it. He was never a part of any of it. And so in his bid to save himself then completely, he might dash for the whole case. In comparison to the other witness who say, yes, 5 murder will commit so far and me did it for all 5 of them. Me did at the driver and this one, me shooting at the next one, and me kill the man. The next one, me can tell you who killed him. Me stand up there, watch him do it, him shoot him in the back of his head. He's an accomplice or he is the murderer and he's still not afraid to put himself in there. The other man now, I tell similar stories, but he must say, I've seen it all, but I was a part of none of it. No gang life, no work, so.
You see, with that, let me tell you something.
So that's rationalizing what is being said.
Innocent and be the good person, but at the same time, the whole of them, but because of everything them are chopped like that, they are saving some things. So you can't tell you that.
This is the reason why. This is the reason. Watch this. This is the reason why I said me can't just take 100% of everything the witness said. I'm not here to discredit them and to say them a tell lie. And I'm not here to say everything they're saying is true either. That the whole of them have an agenda in there, else they wouldn't be talking. See? So when people have an agenda now, you have to look on, okay, is he really credible or is he lying to save his ass some more?
That is true, yes. It is credible. And then at the same time, this may look at the kind of policeman name not call, or the policeman name not call, or the politician name not call.
Yeah, agree with me now, you know that now, no.
Look here, we have to agree to disagree. Look here. Nobody that can introduce to me. The first time I watch a video, you put a voice on the intelligence. The second one pop up. Look at me have to talk to the boy. Nobody introduces you. No. Mr. Introduce people to you come to listen to me. There's a person who can do a good analytical of things. Not the who 100% agree with you. Well, you're good. So take the props. I give you that.
Big up yourself.
No, I'm giving you that.
Big up yourself.
I'm going to give 5 little props. All right. So when you brought to the platform and said you don't see no other entertainers of such taking the business to another level, creating generational level. We will talk to him to that. We will talk to him. But I still think about him, he is no saint.
He is no saint.
He's no saint. I'm here. I'm here, so I'm not telling you this. I know one girl who's really dating, but I won't tell me both out and in a jail anymore. Because the mother did a pray, said, why?
I want to see those using them with that children. You know what? That's what you want me to talk. I'm not. And the girl is very educational because you know they're not at school. I mean, people want somebody to know the way from there.
Oh, you gone off and phone, so you did clear before. I know you're gone in that back room.
Me did put your feet on the ground, put up my cabbage.
No man, don't do that, man. Cause then we can't hear you.
All right.
I'll shout out my brother Troy in a minute still.
All right.
Go on.
So what I look at and I said, this is the props I want to give them. You talk about this business and fake off the music. And I love that. Put up your picnic up front. Create the proper business matters and look on it. Come on, the props say.
Yes, man.
I'm going to give it to him because he must have taken a land and I have to show and this and that. I said, that's good. That's good. You understand?
That they gone to prison and him picking them never join them, you see it?
All right. Him picking not join him.
Them no pop down out the road and beg nobody for nothing neither, you see it?
You know what I want to say to you? I raised teenage kids in the era of cartel coming up. Yes. So, me tell you, say the attitude, and you know, what in your music and music, you say art, whatever.
Cartel, did that influence your youth, them?
Influence you, boy, you're mad boy.
It never influenced your youth, them?
You lick for your head, me a teenager when me a pick them, and when them a teenager, they can't go no dance.
But that no means that they weren't influenced by him.
They weren't influenced, not 1 minute, because I taught my kids the proper way. Not because I made mistakes. They need to make mistakes too.
Friend, making mistakes and not influencing out. You don't have to be influenced by somebody to do bad things, you know. You can be
when they weren't influenced by
you can be influenced
they didn't sing it music, they didn't wear clothes on the bottom and all of that. Nothing like that. Me grow them, me influence them, me tell them what me say. This is what I would like for you to take this pathway. When you take in the path to certain school, they go push them in and say, I love people to influence them.
So my mother think too.
Yes, I can tell you that. My daughter didn't pass that traditional high school like I wanted her to. And I went and I said, look, this and that, because my mother taught me certain things as well. And I said,
I saw my mother think too. She thinks that she did.
I said, this is her mark.
Nobody never influenced me neither.
I said, this is her mark. I said,
words not a cartel.
And I know she started step on. So I created a way, a pathway to say, step on the step and climb up. So I said, they said, oh, I didn't make no mistake taking this trial, and I watched the mother, how she talk and how she dress and all of that.
See.
So when Colin Harrison did a talk about cartel and intensity, she shouldn't go look sitting and do. I'm not perfect about that. No.
Oh, stop. And them afraid I'm not influence, man.
No, they're afraid you know. But look here, you as a mother, you are to be the influencer of your kids.
Yes, definitely. And I've said that before too. That is one of the people. Okay, so some of the people them will hate Vybz Kartel. They don't like him because of his level of influence. They might have catch them like a granddaughter did a back it up on the dumper truck, or you know, I said them kind of something there, or free kick, y'all them hello. They might have seen that coming out in their granddaughter or their little daughter, and they didn't like it. So they must say, this man will mash up the place and inveigle the children, them to tattoo up them skin and do all kind of thing where we don't like.
So you talk to daughter not to say,
I'm telling
don't do that, say it this way.
The parents should be,
you
should be your child's biggest influence, not an entertainer. When me don't lay down my lap on my picnic them. Them can't come in and come tell me about this are rocking on daddy because this artist is doing or that artist is doing. I mean, lead by example, so they follow me.
Exactly.
And that's what it should be. But not for them people that don't want to raise them picnic, them want entertainers, celebrities, and social media raise them kids for them. And then they want to dictate how an entertainer is. Because that's who they're depending on to raise their children.
Let the art make it go on. Who want buy? I mean, no silly money now buy.
I see.
So, do you think I'm not being that great for?
Hey, Davia, watch out. All right, my family, me hear you.
Yes, do you think? But anyhow, when me want to touch fire again now, me not go catch no bus this morning, you know, hear me now. When you that go back on 6 o'clock?
Are you that to the 6 o'clock something? You know what?
May
I give it a try tomorrow morning. So let me put this out there.
No, nobody give tomorrow morning,
be off again, you know. More I do it 1 week next week.
But wait, no. So if we do it tomorrow morning, you wouldn't catch it tomorrow morning?
No, I will be off for 2 days, so it's going to be good for me tomorrow morning.
All right.
So why you do it next week? As I said, you will not be able to please everybody, but if 1 more week around, so even if you get 1 hour, you home and then step out a little the next 5 minutes, then we go catch my bus. Fine.
All right. Don't say no more. Big up yourself. I'm going to do that just for you.
You take on the persona of a talk show host. You see, or you show that leading a certain segue and people that call you give important information.
Right.
Look what you did with the girl of helping to get her back home. Come we didn't call in, but you know, sometimes we just listen, stay back and lay back because sometimes we hear some other person call lead with what I would have said. Not the entire thing, but at least it's going on. Me I just say, I tell you, say, certain things they really won't be able to spoon fed everyone with it, but at the same time, the show goes on.
Right.
And certain important things come on to tell us more you take in our next level because we have some information to give out and it's about walk over some people's head 100 years they will not understand it. Because some people don't understand ignorance.
All right.
People think something, it's just not understanding the fact that is ignorant. Me not have no subject, you know. Me not got no university, you know, but they can't reason over my head.
All right. You're in at the reasoning.
Me in at the reasoning. And when they talk with their code, me can tell you. Because the girl, they don't listen to me, you know. They know so nothing to get up and listen to your man in time, you know. And they surely can say, wow, the queen gone and blah, blah, blah from Barbados and all of that. Me love that. Look here, when you're the UNC president.
We get to that. We will get to that. Big up yourself. I want to free up that line now. Let me get back to them people here. All right.
Have a great day.
Blessings. You too. All right. That was the last call for the day. We're off now. All right. We're going to end the show now. Nobody calling again. Nina Sky, I appreciate you greatly. Nina Sky says you're amazing with an awesome donation. Thank you so much. And my brother Troy Stars is in the building. And like I say, every morning, please go over to Troy's channel and continue to support his channel, Troy Stars Trucking Vlogs on YouTube. All right. If you're not into trucking, you might still find the videos interesting, me I tell you, because you can vicariously travel through this brother and learn a whole industry. And for the man them out there who's thinking about a career change or flirting with the idea of becoming an over-the-road trucker or something like that, perfect channel for you. Detailed, clean, entertaining as well. Troy, big up yourself, my brother, and thank you again so much. I appreciate you. All right. So we're bringing it to a close this morning. Troy says you need to do 2 shows a month in time. Troy says you need to do 2 shows a month in time. Big up yourself, my brother. We wouldn't have the strength. Is Troy your blood brother? That's a hard question to answer. Troy looks like my blood brother. He resembles my blood brother, and that's why I kind of took to his channel. And my brother also passed away very young. Trucking was his passion. You know what I'm saying? So when I came across Troy's channel, it was like me being vicariously living through his channel to understand the certain, you know, how my brother was. And I got stuck on the channel, so I just started promoting it because I realized it was a brother that was doing positive things. Kind of like when we watch him channel, I'm like, honestly, I'm like, if my brother was here, if my little brother was here, this is who he would be or where he would be. So it's kind of a deeper thing for me than that. You know what I'm saying? So with that said, that's what it is. Please continue to go over there and support his channel and big up on yourself. Man, no, why have some black car or nothing like that? Bill, where would I be able to see? If me did block you, come tell me the black car a man and the when she did come in here and talk about you're not to all that time. I think we did do that. Hi, Papa.
I don't know.
Where would I find it?
I have no idea. You got to go on your settings to do it.
Hi, Mama. You want daddy? She bouncy. Come give me love up. Come give me love up, Mama. Careful. Pass off me. Do it off air, so big up on yourself, man. Say bye. So my daddy is out of here. Bye. You're not feeling no man. All right. Y'all have a wonderful day, man. Blessings to each and every one of you. Keep it positive, please. And don't jump on the dunce bus. God bless you with intelligence. Use it. All right. One love, and I'll catch you later. More videos coming up on these things. Peace. Say bye-bye, mommy. Say bye-bye. Give them a bye-bye. Why are you staring over here?